Hey guys, quick video, got unboxing today. It's kind of like my first Colt, but not really. Meaning I have two Colts I bought before this that I just can't get to right now. They're in the gun shop and I have to wait a month. And because I did a multi permit, I have to get those guns together, and so I just wound up getting this one first, and then now I wait 30 days for the other one. So technically it's my first Colt at the house, but there's two more waiting to pick up in December. Anyway, so you got Colt, typical blue box, or not box, but case. I know people say boxes when they're cases. I don't know, does it make a difference? Box is not a case. A case could be a box, but box can't be a case. Does that make sense? No. Alright, nothing special about it. You can lock this thing up if you want to, once it gets to the range. Get some Colt, probably general instructions for Python, all Pythons. This is a Python. It did come with this, I already broke it. This really cheap plastic ring that broke instantly. Doesn't matter. All right, so I have my receipts. I will be doing the rebates for all three guns, so that'll be like $300 for rebates, which is nice. I put it in for the two, and I'll put it in for this one too, for the rebate to that next week. You have until January, I think, or something. I'm gonna do it right away. All right, anything of significance, just that you get this inspected card, but it's not from Colt. I think it's from the place that sold it to me, We the People Tactical. Got the gun, and nothing significant, nothing fun. Some Colt stuff here. I'll say this, put the gun real quick. I like that Colt glues these in tight, because these things, I hate how these things are loose in the other ones. It's quite meaningless, but just something I noticed. Okay. This one, I think, I didn't want to buy just a regular Python gun, because I already have eight rounds 627 at, what is it, like probably a 4.5 inch or 4 1/4, probably. So I'm getting not a stub nose, but a smaller version, and something that caught my eye, which is the Combat Elite. So the Colt Python, you can see the finish is quite stunning, very shiny. They have them in matte, I think, too. And it comes with a few different things. This is the Combat Elite. Beautiful gun. You have the rib. You have one rib based on the size, you know. So like I said, it's not a snub nose, but it's 3 inch probably. 3 inch and a quarter. 357, 3 inch, just 3 inch actually, no quarter. I made up the quarter. Very shiny, beautiful finish. I do wish, okay, so first of all, you get a non-fluted cylinder. I would just really think that this would be more than 6 shot. So you get, it's gorgeous, by the way, gorgeous gun. My 627 is 8 shot. I mean, I don't think the cylinder is bigger than this. I don't know. But whatever, 2 more shots, whatever. This gun's not going to be like a self-defense gun or anything like that. It's more a collector piece. Got the cone here. How they lock up really nice. Really close to the cone. Not easily closed there. But you will get some, obviously, some spillage here. Like I said, non-fluted cylinder. That's kind of a special thing with the Combat Elite. I don't think any of your Python has the non-fluted. You have the infamous now. So I thought they would put Wilson Combat sights on this, but they didn't. I do have Wilson Combat sights, but have some whole grips too. It's not for this gun. I did get the Wilson Combat sights, But I'm gonna use that for the, ironically enough, King Cobra. I don't know where they are. They're in here somewhere. I have so much stuff here waiting. But trust me, I have it in there. Both in combat sights. Because ultimately, really want to be this kind of unique for my collection. So I will ultimately be making this a red dot sight here. I'm gonna wait to see if Colt comes out with is the King Cobra Anaconda frame. There was one that said Python on it. I could change the grips and just see. Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained, but this one says Colt King Python, King Cobra, not Python, Colt. Yeah, bought these accidentally. Sorry, I had these. These don't look sweet. This one I'm not changing. It already has a G10 grips with the Colt emblem on it on both sides. These grips actually, unless you have like really meaty hands, because my neighbor actually grabbed them and I saw his thumb was on the, I don't know if you're just grabbing it weird too, but you can see my fingers actually all fit in there. Pretty, I mean, it's a little at the end there, but she's not bad at all. So anyway, you get the G10 grips, unfluted barrel. I don't know, I think you might get nicer sights on this. Maybe it's a night sight. Maybe something that makes nicer sights. Like I said, Combat Elite says to me that definitely put a red dot on it, but that's like extra, right? So you think it would come with like 7 at least? 7, not 6, but you know, whatever. I'd rather have a really quality gun than an extra 2 shots, but I think you can do both. I really like Colt's hammers. They seem really easy to use. You know, you got the ribbing on it. Also, I think the trigger also has texturing on it, which is nice. I really like that. I like the trigger, how the trigger is not black like some Smith & Wessons. Most of them aren't, but you know, these are the ones I have. I would say one thing I am disappointed with is you do have the Python, but it should say Combat Elite on there to make it special, right? You have the underlug here, which gives it a nice weight, extra weight here. And you have the crown. Well, not crown, but I guess it's protective sleeve almost to protect the barrel, which is kind of cool. You can see the barrel in there protected. And then, of course, you have, I don't know if the trigger's supposed to be maybe even better too than normal Python. The double action, you know, famously doesn't have any stacking. I was playing with my Smith & Wesson, and there definitely is stacking, but it doesn't really bother me that much, but just to pair out. Single action is very nice. Double action is very nice too. I think that these are known to have better double action than Smith & Wesson. And single action, I think Smith & Wesson's supposed to have better. I don't know. But, yeah. And then the other difference, not for the Combat Elite, just for the Colt, is that you have pushed back to open the cylinder. I personally am not used to pushing back for the cylinder. But I'm okay with it. But I do like, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Why is it hard to get back in sometimes? There we go. Doesn't make a lot of sense because pushing back is harder than pushing in forward. Pushing forward is easier force-wise than pushing back in general. And then you have the ones with the button, and then you have the ones where it's down here. You have like all different kinds. I would say if you asked me which my preference is, I would say pushing forward is a preference, but I like things that are different too. I believe Ruger might be push up, maybe. I don't have a Ruger, so. But this gun is gorgeous, and I can't wait to shoot it. I'm sure the quality's there. And once again, I'm trying to buy things like when they come out because they have issues. So it's good that these have been out for probably a few years, I'm guessing at this point, maybe a year or two. But yeah, gorgeous gun. Made the gun people a little jealous. But yeah, this will have a the footprint, but I'm gonna wait to put a red dot on this thing, make it really like combat elite. Kind of fits the way the gun looks. So anyway, that's it. Oh, I wanted to show you too. I don't know, this looks very clean to me right here. I don't know why. I really like that look for the cylinder and the plunger, the star. Also, I like how everything on it is just been probably touched, like rounded or done up. So as we expect. And I would say this is the same price range as the Smith & Wesson Performance Centers anyway, so it's not like it's like much more expensive anyway. I think even Pomelo State's having a sale on these, plus the $100 rebate, so really cheap. Anyway, here you go, 3-inch Python. All right, have a nice weekend.